All right, Will, let's get to all the games coming up on Sunday and Monday, and let's start with the gem on CBS. The Ravens are at home. They're favored by 7 against the Cleveland Browns. Will Brinson, take your pick.
Now, having said that, I am immediately going to take the Cleveland Browns here for some particular reason. Look, I do think Cleveland is a decent matchup with Baltimore. It feels like 400 years ago or 700 marches ago when the Browns actually went into Baltimore and beat the Baltimore Ravens, and they hung a 40 burger on them. Nick Chubb, who can forget the image of Nick Chubb sprinting down the field for a long touchdown and Baker Mayfield flying behind him doing some kind of helicopter? The Ravens wouldn't lose another game, and the Browns went into the outhouse with old Freddie Kitchens for the rest of the season. So I do understand the hesitancy in taking the Browns and the points, but it's a division game. It's week 1. I think that we'll see Baltimore be a little more conservative, and you've got just an immediate upgrade, Adam, by not having Freddie Kitchens there with Kevin Stefanski in the house. Give me the Browns plus the points.
You're right in terms of having an adult in the room finally, and the clown show with Freddie is gone. Listen, Will, I think it's the toughest game of the week to pick. Give me Baltimore. I'm taking the Ravens. I had Lamar Jackson on my SiriusXM radio show yesterday, and he refused to stress any kind of positive in terms of winning the MVP or feeling good about the season. He is still livid about what transpired against the Tennessee Titans in the playoffs, and he wants to be on the field in the worst possible way. He also talked at length about chunk plays down the field. I think he's going to be hitting Hollywood Brown time after time. 4 total touchdowns for Lamar Jackson. Great game on CBS, competitive game, late cover. I love the Baltimore Ravens in terms of the season, and I like them to cover with the points against the Cleveland Browns on CBS coming up on Sunday. How about the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets? You have the Buffalo Bills at home on CBS, favored by 6.5 points. Will Brinson, take your pick.
Boy, I really need to look in a mirror and say these picks out loud to myself before I send them into the producers, because I'm going to take Adam Gase and the New York Jets, minus their 2 best defensive players, and potentially without rookie Denzel Mims, who is expected to be one of their top wide receivers, to not just cover, but win against the Buffalo Bills. That's the faith that I have in Sam Darnold. I think that this is a situation where Bills fans, and maybe the Bills in general, are sort of overlooking this game. I know that's crazy because it's a divisional matchup, but it should be a low-scoring game. The total's at 40 right now. And Bills fans, I saw this thread on Twitter where they were talking about, we got to go in there and beat the Jets by 40 to show the world we're ready to play ball with the big boys in the AFC. Hey, you know what? How about Josh Allen has a 300-yard passing game in his career first before you worry about scoring 40 and 50 points? Stephon Diggs is a nice upgrade. I like what the Bills are doing. Sean McDermott's a sneaky elite coach in the NFL. Brandon Beane's building a great roster. There's tons to like about Buffalo, but they're a little too big for their britches right now. The hype train's a little too strong. I think this is one of those games where the Jets win, and 10 weeks later we say, what the heck happened? And by the way, a little prop parlay for you. Go ahead and take Jamison Crowder, 10-plus catches. You can get it like 25-1, 30-1 odds if you can find it somewhere. Last game against the Bills in week 1, 17 targets, 14 catches.
How's that for a prop parlay? The Buffalo Bills are going to smash the Jets. Just like I smashed that table in the Time to Shine studios when I jumped through it, when I guaranteed that the Buffalo Bills were making the playoffs. Well, I'm doing the same thing again this year. I'm jumping through a table when the Buffalo Bills win a home playoff game. This game has 27-7, 30-10 written all over it. Josh Allen's throwing for 350 yards. Huge game out of Stephon Diggs. Defense, Sean McDermott's culture, amazing. The Bills are going to win and cover. How about the Sunday night game? The Dallas Cowboys are favored by 3 on the road, taking on your LA Rams. Will Brinson, take your pick.
This one's easy for me. We're talking a hyped-up offseason Cowboys team with a quarterback who wasn't in camp, that was dealing with the contract stuff, learning a sort of a new system with Mike McCarthy. Everyone is going to be on the Cowboys. Give me the Rams here to win outright handily. Sean McVay, the bloom is not yet off the flower, my friend. This is a major misvaluation here. I love the Rams in this spot.
I love the Dallas Cowboys. I think they're going to win by 14 points. I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl. I think the Rams are going to be good, but they're a team in transition. Obviously, a lot of big names left. I think Zeke is going to run wild in this game. Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott, C.D. Lamb. Lamb has the chops for the big games. We saw that in college, Will Brinson. I love the Dallas Cowboys. Here's a look at the rest of our picks for week number 1 in the National Football League. Will Brinson and I disagree on the Raiders and the Panthers, but sharing a brain on the other games on your screen. I'm taking the Miami Dolphins to win the game outright. Will Brinson apparently thinks Mark Brunell's walking through that door and going with the Jacksonville Jaguars. We agree on the Washington football team. We disagree on the big showdown with Tom Brady and the New Orleans Saints. That's going to be fun. And I can't wait for week number 1 in the National Football League. Will, as always, great stuff. I love that microphone. I love the beard. I love that you're back. And we will talk to you next week.